Yesterday, I went home for lunch. I never go home for lunch. When I got to our apartment, I don't know why, but I didn't reach for my key. Francine was at work, and I always leave last in the morning. I was sure I had locked the door, but I didn't reach for my key. I reached for the doorknob and turned. The door was open. I don't know how I knew. The moment I entered, I knew. I froze. I could feel it, smell it. Hell, I could taste it. I started walking, but my muscles wouldn't move. My lungs were grasping for air, for some oxygen, some sweet, sweet oxygen. But I could barely breathe. Leave, I told myself, but I kept walking. Not really walking. It was like moving through mud, like a slow motion scene in a movie. But this wasn't a movie. This was my life, and I could feel it slipping away from my grasp. I heard noises. Francine. I'd heard those noises 100 times before. They were the sounds of an angel, but this was no heaven. This was my own private nightmare. The moans travelled through the muck in the air, amplified like the hiss from a distorted speaker. It mocked me over and over again. Climbing a mountain might have been easier, but I finally reached the bedroom. And there they were. And there she was. I knew the moment I entered the apartment. Why hadn't I just turned back? I could barely see. My eyes were blurry, covered in layers of my own tears. I could see her. I knew I had never seen him before. They were naked in our bed. Naked in our bed. How do you do that? How do you cross the line to that extreme? You'd think the green-eyed monster would control my actions from here on in. I did see green. I was insanely jealous, but I didn't want to end up in the morning headline in the newspaper. That monster jealousy was by my side. But I took charge. I'd have to keep him at bay, at least for now. You'd think I would be mad. I wasn't. You'd think I'd curse and call her a whore. I didn't. Being cut open alive must be less painful than this. This hacked away at my spirit, tore away at my self-worth. I felt like a pile of worthless shreds. I spoke. My lips moved and words came out. I think I said, I'm not sure. It all happened so fast. She never spoke. I could see the shame on her face. She didn't need to speak. But I think I said, sorry. I said sorry, and I left. I wondered for what seemed hours. It was minutes. It wasn't like I was meandering to a different drummer. There just wasn't any music anymore. I was moving to the rhythm of the beating of my own heart. Like a broken record, it was skipping. Like a broken record, it played in a loop of repetitive monotony. I suffered in my own circled steps until I couldn't stand it anymore. I found just enough strength to return to the apartment. I knew she was gone. I already felt the emptiness in my hole. We'd never see each other again. We had been so much. She was a big part of my life. She was the love of my life. I would never love anyone like that again. So much of her was me. I thought she was my soulmate. We let go of all of it. There is a feeling of betrayal, a feeling of disgust, a jealousy that takes over. I'd never look at her the same again. Everything she ever did from that day on would always make me suspicious. Jealousy would rule me. Jealousy should never rule anyone. If you can't trust the people in your life, friend or lover, you need to remove that person from your life. You have to remove that person out of your life. Trust is the only gift we can offer, friend, lover, or stranger. People can trust me. My word is my bond. I let her go. I really didn't have a choice. I would never be the same again. She was gone. She had left a note. It said, sorry. Sorry. We both were.